We decided to try something different when it comes to booking our stays, and we found Lambert's Cafe RV Park. It was first come, first serve. So we usually book things out well in advance, but this one we had to just fly by the seat of our pants to make sure we got into this place.
I'm TK.
And I'm Earl.
Let's check it out.
There are a couple of different Lamberts, and the one we stayed at was in Ozark, Missouri. We have been to Lambert's before, but only to eat, and we love the food there. The place is phenomenal. The food is so good.
Very good comfort food, Southern comfort food.
Yeah, and you order, your dinner, what you want to eat, and they also have people walking around with essentially unlimited sides. I believe there was fried okra, there was macaroni and tomatoes, potatoes and onions. So there are a lot of sides that keep you feeling full, so you're gonna bring home extras, have leftovers for the next day. And the fun thing about this restaurant is they throw rolls to you. Whoa.
It was just a little tricky pulling in. The best spot to turn in is after the restaurant, and then you have to go down a little ways, and then you're basically turning into the back parking lot. That's where the RV spots are.
Yeah, Google Maps, when it was directing me there, I'm pretty sure it was directing me right, but it was such a quick, here's the entrance into the Lambert's parking lot, and then here's the turn to go behind Lambert's into the back parking lot. So you have to be really paying attention to make sure you turn in the right spot.
And they did have a self check-in kiosk, but it wasn't working when I was there, when we were there. So I ended up going in. Well, first I went to the outdoor host, and he sent me to the indoor host. He sent me to the next station after, and then finally they got me taken care of. It was like the cashier station. And they were really cool. It was a really easy check-in by that point. Someone came out later to make sure all of our utilities were turned on, and then we were set.
The sites are pretty basic. I mean, like I said, you're pretty much pulling into a back parking lot, but they do have full hookups there, so you have your electric, you have water, you have sewer, all right there for you. It's just a parking lot. It's a place for you to pull into with your RV and hook everything up.
Right next to Lambert's.
And if you decide to have dinner at Lambert's like we did, be sure to get there well in advance before the lines start forming, because you could end up waiting 40 minutes to an hour to get in. I think our wait, even though we stayed there and we got there early.
It was afternoon. It was Friday, but it was Friday early afternoon, and we were still waiting quite a while.
Yeah, so be sure to get there with plenty of time. Make sure you plan when you're going to be hungry and not going when you're hungry.
We always look for things in the area. Of course, we did need to look for a restaurant.
Handled for us.
But we did want to find a place to hike. So not too far from there was Springfield Conservation Nature Center. And we were pleasantly surprised. We were able to sneak in about an hour before closing, I think.
Yeah, we got a good hike in.
And we were able to go to the Indoor Nature Center, which had a lot of interesting information, a lot of great presentations. I think had some tanks, had some animals in there, so that was fun. And then the actual loop was very nice. We were in peak deer season, apparently.
Yeah.
So there were deer on the side of us, and there was a deer right in the path. What's up? She's just chilling. It was kind of funny, actually, because we're walking, like, oh, look, a deer. And there's this guy, power walking that just zooms right past us. And, of course, then the deer took off.
He didn't care that there was a deer there.
He's like, there's always deer, whatever. So that was a really pleasant walk.
So aside from the nature center and eating at Lambert's and showing you guys the RV park behind Lambert's, we also had this. We found a few different candy places on the way down from St. Louis to Springfield, and we're gonna go check them out and have a big sugar rush day.
Let's do this.
Our first stop is at the Fudge Factory in Uranus. And I'm going to say Uranus, not the other way. And it just started raining. So we're gonna head out there and see what we can find.
Our first stop is the Fudge Factory in Uranus. The Fudge Factory was such a fun stop.
Yeah, there's so many things that are like just outside, like little fun stuff.
Give yourself 45 minutes to an hour to check out everything outside. And there's tons inside too, as you'll see in a little bit. There are lots and lots of puns, little hidden things, like look inside the vehicles to get some surprises. I got scared once. I don't think we caught it on video, but there's a little alien in a box.
Oh, that little trap thing, like you put your hand in.
Scared the crap out of me.
Stuff like this, like baby rattlers, right? And there's rattles from babies in there.
Plenty of photo opportunities in here, so we took advantage of this a little bit too.
Sharon Buns, Seth Poole, and then this one was, I think, Phil McCracken.
Some of it may be a little inappropriate for kids, but it'll go over their head.
Yeah. And Zoltar from Big was there.
We were so tempted to try it. We should have tried it next time. But we've passed by this place so many times, and it's really hard for us to stop because we have pets with us when we travel. So this was a great opportunity to get our own little stop in. Make sure when you go inside that you also check out the back. There's a huge front area, as you can see here, with tons to check out as far as foods and beverages and, of course, the fudge.
Wine and moonshine. All sorts of fun little, like, shirts and shorts that you just saw.
But if you go right to the back, there's even more.
Yeah.
There's, like, all these decades-type paraphernalia, like 80s, 70s, games, just all kinds of fun things. You couldn't even catch it all. And the fudge, I think, was top of all the fudges that we tried.
Oh, yeah. It was, definitely number one.
The Fudge Factory definitely lives up to its name.
Stop number one is complete. We just got our fudge packed in Uranus. So next up is Redmon's Candy Shop. It is the largest souvenir shop in the world.
Souvenir shop, yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
So.
And there's also a candy store inside. So we're gonna go check that out and get a lot more candy.
All right. Plenty of signage.
Ridiculous number of signs leading up to this place.
It's hard to miss it.
So if you miss it, it's your fault.
And here's the exit. Hard to tell, isn't it?
All right, stop number two. We are at the world's largest gift store, and there's a candy store right here too, Redmon's Candy Store. So we're gonna go check these out now.
This very well could be the world's largest gift shop ever.
It's huge.
It's like an Amazon warehouse without the Amazon. So if you are looking for gifts, don't want to go through Amazon, pretty much anything you could want to get as a fun gift could be in here.
Yeah, I mean, from playing cards to books and jellies and jams, salsas, just so much in this place that just, like, unbelievable.
It's a ridiculously huge collection. So definitely another place to spend a lot of time in.
Yeah, they do have fun things like calendars and stuff too. And a lot of it is the stuff that you would find, like just kind of like generic things too. But they all have board games, which was really neat.
Yeah, a lot of unique items too. A lot of signs, specialty socks.
All these Monopoly games. This is an overhead shot here that I did with the extender for the camera to show just how big things were.
It's a great opportunity to be able to check everything out, to be able to see things, potentially touch things.
A lot of those pop toys, whatever they're called, Funko Pops.
If you're looking for a specific one of something, you have a better chance of finding it here, I think.
Yeah, lots of fun socks. DK loves fun socks.
If you want to go Christmas shopping,
And this was getting pretty close to Christmas time, too.
It was, you're right.
And yep, there it is. Lots of...
There's pajamas for Grandma. I used to always get pajamas from Grandma. I love these metal art. The cactus.
The yard decorations.
I may end up getting one of those, even though I don't know where we would put it.
Wind chimes. Wind chimes would be really cool to have, too. But yeah, just no real
Dad really
room.
likes those. I know, they're such a nice sound. It's like a little orchestra in your backyard.
Any kind of like fun sign that you could think of, they have here to put up fun stuff.
So definitely come in and wander. And we didn't look too much at prices, so we can't really compare price-wise to what you'd normally find. But if you wanted just a really quick shopping trip all in one place,
Mug life,
this could be the way to go.
Yeah, I think a lot of the prices were like more closer to retail stuff, so not like a huge deal that you would get on these things.
And here's the candy side of things. It's a separate building, and again, a ridiculous selection. So many different candies, and a lot of things that reminded us of when we were younger, which was so fun. Yeah,
you ended up getting runts, I think it was, right?
Yes. I haven't had those since middle school.
And so many different flavors of taffy and Big League Chew. I haven't seen Big League Chew in years.
I mean, if you look at some of these things, I'll bet they'll bring back memories for you. Those little strawberry candy chews. Not great for my teeth. I don't think my teeth can handle these things much anymore, but...
Butterscotch drops.
Wonderful to get a taste.
And then we ended up getting a couple of these flavors of Pops.
Some of them were weird.
Yeah, really weird and kind of disgusting, but interesting though.
Worth a try. And of course, there's also fudge at the end. Had to compare all of the fudge.
And turtles and all sorts of really good stuff. And I would probably say this fudge is probably number 2 on the list.
Stop number 2 is done.
We're now on our way to Buc-ee's to get some fudge and some brisket. And I'm driving now because it is raining.
And I don't like driving in the rain.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's! Buc-ee's is famous for its many gas pumps, clean bathrooms, and ridiculously fun signs.
A lot of signs leading up to Buc-ee's as well.
Very clever.
And the stuff that we love about Buc-ee's is, of course, their fudge. Their fudge is good too. And they have amazing brisket sandwiches.
They have so many things you could have for an on-the-go snack or
like jerky. Lunch. Yep. And so many knickknacks and stuff that you can find in here. So like if you ever been to like a Cracker Barrel or something,
yeah,
then this is a Cracker Barrel on steroids.
That's a good description.
And just about anything you could think of for a road snack, they have. And of course,
this is making me hungry.
Buc-ee's stuff to take home.
This was our haul. We decided the Buc-ee's sampler was our favorite, but the best fudge was from the Fudge Factory.
Yep. And the butterscotch soda was decent, but the buffalo wing soda was not so good.
Gross.
And the turtle was delicious.
We hope you all enjoyed our video about Lambert's and the area and all of our fun adventures with the Mega Sugar Day. If there's anything that you recommend doing in the Springfield, Missouri area, please leave a comment below so everybody who watches and checks the comments can see that also. And be sure to subscribe to our channel if you appreciate what we're doing. That way you can see reviews on RV parks that we go to, all of our excursions, and leave a like on the video. Let us know that you appreciated it. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and have a great rest of your day.
In your face. That one wasn't as good. It's okay. We tried something different, and
we stayed at Lambert's Cafe, which was a first come, first serve. Thanks, Link. Next time, like, poke me or something. Like, you're just sitting here going like this. Just staring, and I have to find out.
Our first stop is the Uranus. This is gonna get out.